What is going on, Hive Warriors? It's your boy Edward V, and today we're going to talk about 5 more reasons why walking is better than running for weight loss. There are so many reasons why you would want to choose walking over running, and I've already given 5 reasons, but because there's so many reasons, I'm gonna go ahead and give you 5 more. Let's go ahead and break that down in this video. Stay tuned. Alright guys, quickly before we start, this video is brought to you by yours truly, Fledge Fitness and the Fledge Fitness Jump Rope. If you haven't gotten yours yet, what are you waiting for? With an ergonomic design, aluminum handle, and swivel design, you can't go wrong with the Fledge Fitness Jump Rope. You can click on the top right hand corner of this video or down in the description box below. And of course, as always guys, thank you so much for your support. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So once again, just an added caveat to what I'm going to talk about. This doesn't necessarily mean that walking burns more calories or burns more fat than running. These are simply advantages that come from walking that you can't get from running, which will subsequently make walking a better choice for you if these 5 things are something that you care about. Let's start with number 1. You can go farther with walking. That means you can actually extend your walking period, extend your cardio with walking. You can go as far as you like because it's very, very difficult for you to get so tired from walking that you would want to stop. You actually can go incredibly far when it comes to walking as opposed to running. You can only go so far when it comes to running and jogging, as your lactic acid will start to build up and you will eventually hit a wall. But with walking, that doesn't happen. You can just walk and walk and walk and never stop. This actually allows you to see more scenery. It can create a better mind space, more relaxation, and you can walk far enough where you could probably thwart what you would have burned calorie-wise if you were to run that day instead, with the limitations of distance that comes with running. Now, keep in mind, you can walk far, but it is going to take a lot of time out of your day. But if you can pick one day out of the entire week to just walk, and you don't really care, what time you get back home type walking, then go ahead and do it. It will definitely be beneficial for you. Number 2 is an interesting one. Number 2 is coming from new research, new studies, which have actually shocked the scientific community and even those who study cardiology, is that actually stepping, creates these small vibrations internally within the body with your veins and arteries that actually shake them up a little bit and create better and more fluid blood flow. This is interesting. And it doesn't happen because you exhausted yourself with running or because you burned a lot of calories. No, it literally has nothing to do with calories and nothing to do with how exhausted you are or how tired you are. It has everything to do with each individual clash or impact that your feet does to the floor. Even if you do normal steps just like this, you think nothing is happening, those little small steps are creating these small vibrations that go through your body and actually help improve blood flow. This is important in emerging studies, but researchers are finding that the more steps you take, the better your arteries and veins are for better, more efficient blood flow. And guess what? You can run till you're blue in the face, and that's not going to be that many steps, but you can walk non-stop. You can walk for so long. You can walk inside your house. You can do incidental walking and create these small vibrations. It's simply from the impact of your foot to the ground. It doesn't matter how hard or how soft, the consistent impact. The more your feet impacts the ground, the more benefit you get from this new understanding of how to improve your cardiovascular health. And let's move on to number 3. You can walk with others, and when you walk with others, it's actually an enjoyable, relaxing experience where both, no matter how difficult it is or how new they are to walking for further distances, can be on pace with each other. You can have very clear, concise conversations, and you can make the walking process much faster. When it comes to running, that's a difficult thing, because if you grab somebody that doesn't really know how to run, they're not going to be able to run with you. They're not going to be able to pace with you. And if you have to lower your pace to what they're doing, you're going to be going backwards in your cardio and calorie burning process. And that's not something that's going to help you in the long run. You want to improve your running if you're running. You want to run faster. You want to run more consistently. You want to run further. So someone pulling you back isn't going to help. But when it comes to walking, guys, you can grab anybody and just walk. It doesn't matter if they're old, doesn't matter if they're young. Grab somebody and walk at their pace, and you'll still be getting a lot of benefit from it and just a more relaxed experience. And even if you were to run with somebody who could run with you, you guys aren't going to be talking to each other much. So this is one of those things where it's that unique element of getting cardio while also not feeling like you're doing too much. You're not really taxing yourself, but you're getting benefits out of it. Let's go ahead and move on to number 4. Walking is the easiest way to build muscle in your legs and your abs. That's right. I mean, if you even grab some weights, you increase what you can build on your legs and abs while also building on your arms. So if you had like these 5-pound weights in your hand, you started walking with them, it can definitely help. Or weighted vest, that can also help. So walking is not just the easiest way to lose weight, it could also be the easiest way to build muscle. Now, are you going to build an insane amount of muscle on your legs and abs because you're walking? Well, no, depending on how you do it. If you do add weights to it over time, gradually adding more and more, you can actually start building, but at a slower pace. Obviously, you need to do progressive overload to create hypertrophy, which means building more muscle by doing more taxing resistance training, little by little, increasing the difficulty of what it is that you're trying to build. But if you walk every day or 5 times a week or 4 times a week, you will have more musculature in your legs and abs than someone who does absolutely nothing. And you will do it without feeling like you even did it, because it's just so easy and so relaxed to do. Now, let's go on to number 5, and this comes from the freedom and creativity that comes from being able to walk. If you had a treadmill, as this will only be recommended to be done on a treadmill, you could essentially target different muscles and muscles on a different side of your legs if you instead decide to walk backwards. That's right. Believe it or not, you can walk backwards on a treadmill at a normal pace and work different parts, different muscle fibers, different twitch fibers that could be built over time from simply walking in the opposite direction, backwards. But of course, definitely don't recommend walking backwards when you're outside. But if you're on your treadmill, if you like to walk on your treadmill, go ahead and walk backwards. Have days where you walk forwards and days where you walk backwards, triggering different muscle groups while also still feeling like nothing's really happening. Nothing is really too taxing when you're walking, even if you're walking backwards. Hopefully this video has helped you guys. And of course, as always, I want to thank my patrons for my Patreon. I'm going to go ahead and put their names right up here. And as always, guys, I will see you on Sunday for another FAQ. Peace!